Hey everybody, I'm Andy.
And I'm Sean.
And this is Battle of the Brews.
Ooh, baby, you better make sure the windows are shut tight for this one.
Because there is a bunch of toads outside and they want in to eat all of your sourdough bread.
And if you value your sourdough, you will not let those toads in. But what you could do instead is hit subscribe on this video if you like it. That really helps us out. If you love what we're doing, please consider going over to patreon.com/commandersbrew, donating financially to help us make more content just like this. But without further ado, let's get to the Spite and Glory deck tech for today's game.
Okay, so for this one, I've brought a vampire tribal deck, and this is one, I've talked about this on the show a ton. It used to be an Olivia Voldaren deck, but you can't fight the power when Edgar Markov is released as a commander. You just have to use him. So this is, yes, it's a Mardu. It's an Eddie Markov deck. But it's not super highly tuned, though, I swear. Anyways, it's really not. So yeah, just vampire tribal, a lot of stuff. A lot of stealing creatures in this one.
Let's see if Edgar Markov draws the hate it usually does as a known powerful commander.
Right.
I will be bringing Elsha of the Infinite. This is Andy's brew from a recent episode. Elsha of the Infinite tokens. I'm hoping to sneak a token spell on the top that I can cast at instant speed and overwhelm my opponents with a massive amount of tokens.
And Alastair Forbes is back for another one, and he is running his Chainer deck. It's the old Chainers, the mono black one. A lot of reanimating creatures, a lot of stealing creatures from other people's graveyards. A bit of life gain in there because you got to pay that 3 life for Chainer. Mono black always up to something. Always a little scary when it comes down on the board.
Yeah, and rounding out the table, we've got Rob, who's bringing Sisay's Famous Friends deck. In this deck, Rob has turned Captain Sisay into some sort of friend to the famous, which are the legendary creatures, mostly gods. It's mostly it's gods deck.
Base.
Yeah, and Captain Sisay is going to call her friends when she's trying to get into clubs. Our damage is the clubs, and if Sisay can't get through, she calls a friend. You have to see it to really understand.
We are the bouncers at the club, and if the bouncers go away, Sissy will finally be allowed to get in the club.
Yeah, it's easier if you watch it run. Let's get to the game.
Let's just take a look.
Gang, another game of Battle of the Brews. We did our mulligans. You heard what the decks are about. First player is Andy.
Ooh, baby, blah. I want to start the game.
It was great. Andy brought his own dice and wouldn't let anyone else roll with them, and he rolled a 12. It was weird.
Did really good, surprisingly. It's very strange. I'm going to start the game off with an Urborg Volcano. Pass the turn.
Just a tap.
Simple tap land.
Okay.
Don't be afraid.
Evolving Wilds. I'm going to crack it and pass.
Sick. I'm going to play a Swamp. Tab 1 for Blood Chief Ascension. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent lost 2 or more life this turn, I get to put a quest counter on Blood Chief Ascension. And then whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, if Blood Chief has 3 or more quest counters on it, you may have that player lose 2 life. If you do, you gain 2 life. I know I said blood cheap. Okay, I get it. Okay, and we don't have to talk about it.
So this is one of those there's a lot of rulesy words. So basically, as cards go into our graveyards, not from the battlefield, you're getting counters, right?
No. So basically, I'm gonna get a counter if you lose 2 or more. Anyone loses 2
if we lose life.
Yeah, 2 life. And then once I've got the 3 counters plus, then every time a card is put into your graveyard from anywhere.
From anywhere. Dying, casting.
You lose 2, I gain 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew, that gets expensive quick.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely not a mill deck, but.
Evolving Wilds, go.
Swamp, go.
Let's drop a Swiftwater Cliffs, gaining 1 life, passing the turn.
Tap for 2 for a Charcoal Diamond, classic 2-mana rock that comes in tapped. Pass turn.
Crack this Evolving Wilds for a Forest.
Whoa!
The new
nice Theros Forest.
Yeah, baby.
They're so great.
Theros Island.
Nice. A Growth Spiral.
This guy went to a pre-release.
Great, and I will put a Mystic Monastery into play. Go.
Ooh, nice. I'm going to tap 2 and cycle Canyon Slough. Let's just do a classic Commander's Sphere.
I think that's going to be a plains for me. No action yet. Pass turn.
I'm going to play a Crypt of Agadim, enters the battlefield tap. I can tap 2 and it to add swamps to my mana pool for each black creature card in my graveyard. I have none. Pass turn.
Thank you so much. You draw a card for turn. Wow, that's really good. I'm going to play a Hallowed Fountain. Then I'm going to cast a Dryad of Elysian Grove.
Wow!
And bring up a Plains.
That's a good
This
one.
is like this is your whole deck is Theros cards.
You're rolling.
So what happened? I went to a pre-release. I opened 6 packs and I got 4 gods. So I just put every god I have into a deck.
Amazing.
Here's a Manaforge Cinder.
What's that do?
Yeah.
So it's basically a color filterer. I can use 1 colorless mana and add a red or black.
Did you tell us what the Dryad does?
Dryad makes lands every basic land type in addition to the other types.
And you get to play an additional land on your turns.
An additional land, yeah.
Nice.
Yep, go.
Rogue's Passage. And then tap
Andy's
all
the
these
target.
guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For Falcon Wrath Marauders. So I've cast a vampire spell. So my commander's in my command zone, which means I get a little... Ooh boy, I get a vampire.
Hoodly doodly.
And this guy has flying and haste, and whenever Falcon Wrath Marauders deals combat damage to a player, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Rob, you don't have a way to block a flyer, do you?
I don't have a way to
You
block
just
a
got
flyer.
such an explosive start
Okay,
that I think I'm going to attack you with Marauders.
great.
So I'm going to attack you for 2. And you're going to take it, and I get to put 2 counters on them.
Because they're twins.
That's right.
And on your end step, I will put a counter on Blood Chief Ascension because he lost 2 life.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to cycle a Forgotten Cave. I think I'm going to start us off with, when I say us, I mean me. I'm going to start myself off with an Anointed Procession. If I'm going to make tokens, I'm going to make double tokens.
Great card.
Pass the turn.
Great card. I'm going to play a Cabal Stronghold. I can tap 3 and it to add swamp for each basic swamp I control. I can also just tap for colorless. Then, big play.
Ooh.
Charcoal Diamond for 2 mana Blood Artist. Whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. I was being sarcastic about big play. Okay, here we go. Pass turn.
All right.
I mean, argue that's a very big part of many strategies, so that could be a big play.
That could be a really big play.
If I get a ton of tokens out, which is not what this deck does, could be a huge play.
I'm going to cast Clothis.
Whoa, what's Clothis
First
do?
God.
Read a
So, at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, I'm going to exile target card from a graveyard. If it's a land card, I get to add red or green. Otherwise, I gain 2 life, and you guys each take 2 damage.
So that will start on your next turn because we've already begun your first pre-combat main phase.
Right.
That really stinks. I really screwed up.
We'll get it next
Well, you
turn.
couldn't have put it in before this pre-combat main phase, so
Yeah.
I'd say you did okay.
I did okay. Here's a Miss Vane border post. I'm going to return a Plains to my hand. For 1, I'm going to play a Plains for turn, and then I'm going to cast a Crashing Drawbridge.
Wow.
Rob is really looking.
Is that an
pretty good over
SLT?
there. That's an SL. That's a solid little turn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Alistair, you get to bump up your ascension because I'm going to pay 2 life to have Blood Crypt come in untapped.
Cool.
Stromkirk. I always mix those two up. That guy's falling around. Stromkirk Captain. 2/2. First strike. Other vampire creatures you control get +1/+1 on that first strike.
Ooh. That vampire's getting big.
That's right. It's a little bit bigger now too. And guess what? Oh boy, another vampire. And then
This Edgar Markov just goes so quick. It's awesome.
1, 2, 3 for Captivating Vampire.
Whoa.
With another, oh boy, vampire
Yeah.
coming into play.
What's Captivating Vampire?
Captivating Vampire gives my vampire creatures +1/+1 and others, so not himself. And you can tap 5 untapped vampires I control to gain control of target creature. It becomes a vampire in addition to its other types.
You've got 5 now.
Yeah, you
open.
got 5 already.
I do have 5 open.
And they
But they can't. Oh yeah, that,
They can
that
tap.
ability.
And they
yeah,
can.
that-
This ability means that this guy can
Tap
all
them.
of them can be tapped right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
But we're not gonna do that yet. There's no real reason to do that right now. I am going to go to attacks. I mean, I gotta come at Rob again. He's had a great turn
Because I have 3 mana dwarfs?
because you've got 3 really solid. You're the only person besides me, which I think this was an SLT.
Yeah, that was an SLT.
It's had an SLT, so I gotta come at you with the SLT.
Okay, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
So that's 4, and then he's gonna get.
But that's 5, right?
Sorry,
and
it's
6.
6, and that's gonna put 2 more counters on him. Maybe a little faster than I thought. All right, pass the turn.
There's a Boros Guild Gate. Stuck on 4. Passing turn. I'm gonna have my 5th, but it came into play tapped.
6 mana. Not quite enough. I will pass the turn.
Okay.
I did a lot that turn. I felt good
Me
about
too.
it.
Me too.
Yeah. Couple.
These 2 over here have an SLT after SLT. We're just doing the honest work of playing lands and passing the turn.
Yeah.
Be honest.
We're just
Blue collar work.
farming our swamps and islands and plains. Plains make sense actually, but swamps farming, it's a messy business.
So hard to farm in a
It's
swamp.
really hard.
What can you get? Truffles?
Yeah,
that it?
truffles.
What else you
Eating a
gonna
lot
do?
of like seaweedy type grass, but it's not sea because it's fresh
you get,
water. I'm really reaching here.
Could you make rice in a swamp?
Is that
Maybe.
Like, is a rice paddy a swamp?
is that
And is it a kind? Because it's underwater.
I think a swamp indicates decay.
Sean, do you have what do you have in your graveyard?
I have 2 lands: an Evolving Wilds and a Forgotten Cave.
I also have a land.
Okay, well, I guess I have to get rid of a land. So I'll get rid of one of your Forgotten Cave.
Okay, and that gives you a mana of any color.
Red or green.
Red
or
or green.
green.
Okay.
So here's a Burnish Heart for 2. And that is the end of my not very good turn, which means I can't be attacked by Andy again. So
I believe that's the rule. That is the new. Remember when Mark Rosewater tweeted about the new rule change? If you don't have an SLT, you can't be attacked by Andy.
if you do 10 damage to Robbie and he hasn't done anything other than produce land,
Poor little
it's not
Robbie.
nice. Go.
Poor little Robbie. Well, on the end of poor little Robbie's turn, I'm going to tap 5 vampires I control. 5 untapped vampires. And I'm going to gain control of the Druid.
Okay.
I do love the
wow.
flavor of captivating vampire and all the vampires using their vampire gaze to control. Like,
Yeah,
it's lovely.
captivating. Just, ugh.
Yeah, and then they obviously ate him and turned him into a vampire.
He's now a vampire. That's
Yeah.
the beauty thing that it does. It turns the guy into a vampire. Okay, wow. All right. All right, I'm going to cast my commander,
Edgar
Markov.
He gets
Edgar Markov.
haste. He pumps all your. What, I mean,
Yeah, he's 6 mana for 4/4. He has Eminence. That's the Eminence thing you've been seeing. Again, those little vampires. He has First Strike and Haste, and whenever Edgar Markov attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control.
All of your creatures are vampires. And
Currently.
because of other effects they're going, they all have First Strike and +2/+2, except for the things granting them who didn't grant themselves.
Exactly. So these guys are not. These guys are only getting each +1/+1.
only.
And Stromkirk isn't getting First Strike.
No, he has it naturally.
Oh, he has an actually. So
Yeah,
yeah, it doesn't even matter. Okay.
Okay, big attacks here, gang. We've got Edgar Markov and the trio of little vampires who are not so little. But in total, we've got... Okay, we're going to resolve triggers first, and then I'll tell you the total. Dryad's going to come at you, Rob, just as a little burn, I guess. And then these 3 guys are going to come at Alastair.
Yeah.
Now, Edgar Markov's trigger happens, so
A +1/+1 on every vampire.
Right.
on each vampire I control. So, Sean, we've got the 5/5 Edgar Markov plus 3 4/4s. Whew. So 12 plus 5 is 17. Alistair, we've got 13, 17. Coming at you as well. And Rob, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 coming at you.
I'm going to block with Burnish Heart and then sack it.
Great.
I've got no blocks. I'm going to take it all. Alistair.
I don't know if this is the right move, but I'm going to pay 3 and Hero's Downfall, your big 9/9 flyer dude.
Okay.
Blood Artist trigger, so I'll just do one to your dome.
So Andy takes 1, Alastair gains 1.
And then I take whatever's left.
We're going to damage. So Alastair takes 8, I take 17, Rob takes 0 from his block and sack. Okay.
At the end of your turn, Blood Chief will be active.
Did we talk about power levels before the game? Did we have that conversation?
Feels like that's, that should have come up, right?
I know everyone thinks Edgar Markov is like very scary, and like this would seem to prove it. But it's really
It's a great start.
it's less an aggressive deck, more supposed to be like a steal your creatures deck. But anyways, carry on.
This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, it is.
Every deck's got 1.
I agree.
I'm going to end hostilities.
Yeah.
Destroy all creatures and all permanents attached to creatures.
Thank you.
So you cast End Hostilities. 9 creatures went to the graveyard, which means Blood Artist triggers 9 times, including seeing itself. So whenever a creature dies, target player loses 1 life, I gain 1 life. Andy is a try and retribution.
What?
Retribution!
I barely attacked you.
That's true. He's going to lose 9. I'm going to gain 9. And then, because Blood Chief Ascension is active, for every card that went to my opponent's graveyard, you guys lose 2 and I gain 2. So you'll have to tell me exactly how many each person.
So my end hostilities was a card, so I'll take 2, you'll gain 2.
Andy?
3.
3.
Because tokens don't count.
3.
And 3. Ooh.
3 each, so 6 off of you each, 12 to Alastair.
Yeah, yikes. Blood Chief Ascension, super great.
I kind of like cheap.
Blood Cheap Ascension, exactly. But I hope you mean cheap as in casting costs and not as in strategically.
No.
This is
It's
what
a
I've
valid card.
But you think I'm morally wrong.
Well, I've done something. I'm going to pass the turn.
Guys, I think we can all agree that us down here in the 20s, we don't have any beef with each other anymore. Like, we had a thing. It's over now. Someone here is in the 50s and hurting us every time something simply goes to the graveyard.
Do you mean someone here is in the 50s in his views towards other people?
Yeah, his backwards, old-ass views of how the world works.
Okay, boomer.
Timing out for a second.
What's that, old man?
Okay, boomer.
I'm not a boomer, obviously.
Methinks the boomer doth protest too much.
Oh, I hate it so much. I'm going to tap 7 for my turn.
Yep.
Like a good baby boomer, I'm going to cast Butcher of Malakir because we need meat after the war. And butchers make meat. That's... You guys come... Shut up. Your turn. Pass turn.
Oh, wow.
Butcher of Malakir is a 5/4 flyer, and whenever Butcher of Malakir or another creature I control dies, everyone else has to sack a creature.
I see.
Tricky.
So my pre-combat, I'm going to get rid of a land from someone's graveyard. Andy, from your graveyard, I'm going to put 1 red mana into my mana pool. I'm going to go on a little climb. Adon's climb.
Yeah.
Beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then, if that creature has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, transform Adon's Climb. And what the deck's built around is my good friend Sisay. Sisay's not very powerful, but she knows a lot of famous people, can get into a lot of places.
What's the name of this deck again, Rob?
This is called Sisay's Famous Friends.
Sissy's Famous
So
Friends.
she's trying to get into a club. You guys are all the bouncers, and she's trying to work her way in.
And we're only going to let her in if she has enough famous friends.
That's the deal.
So you're going to try and convince us to snap concede if you have enough famous friends, or kill all of the
Or
bouncers.
kill the bouncers, yeah.
You got it, Papa.
I'll just say right now, if somehow you can get Tom Hanks to come out of here, I'll concede right now.
Yeah, me too. Snap concede to Tom Hanks. He's a
I'm
great
going to get the
actor.
Tom Hanks of Magic cards.
That's going to count. That's going to count.
That's for sure.
That's
I
going to work.
wonder who the Tom Hanks of Magic cards was.
I'd like to go to combat.
Jace?
Great.
Combat is over. End of turn.
Okay, great. Lovely. Love it. All right, we'll go 5 for Palace Siege. My pet card, an enchantment, and when it enters the battlefield, you choose Cons or Dragons. Cons is at the beginning of my upkeep, return a creature card from my graveyard to my hand. Dragons is at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. I'm going to choose the one that I get creatures. Even though I am quite low on life, and this thing is probably going to kill me. But you know what? And it's probably smarter to do that. But I do think that it's not good for you two, which, we're in this together. So I am going to pick cons.
Ooh, happy to draw land. It's getting a little choked there.
Was it? Oh, it looked like you slammed a Boros Guild gate down untapped and was like, phew, everyone.
Phew. I got a land and I played it. Thank you. Anyway, it taps for red and white, as you can see. So,
I'll just tap it right now to make sure everything's fine.
right now, okay, it's all tapped.
Sean, just classic cheating by sticking lands underneath his lands.
Cheaty Face? Do you know Cheaty Face?
Oh, yeah, Cheaty Face is great.
What a great card.
Cheaty Face should always be legal in EDH.
Well, it is, because that's what like...
Yeah, it cheats. Yeah.
Right?
It cheats.
It cheats. Butcher of Malakir makes it real tough with creatures, because we're going to be having to sack creatures at a quick rate.
Don't do it, Sean.
Don't do what?
I got my commander out. Don't do it. Don't do it, Sean.
What do you mean? Don't make 8 birds with migratory route?
Oh, that's fine.
It makes 4, but with Anointed Procession, I'm going to make 8 1/1 white bird tokens with flying.
That's pretty great.
Great.
I'm going to work on those tokens while I pass the turn. Bunch of birds. And I got some sack fodder here for when you eventually pop off.
Ew.
And the Ascension only counts cards that go to your...
Oh, so I should have taken 2 from casting
Yes.
Migratory Route because
Yes.
that was a card that went. My
Yep.
bad. I lose 2. Alastair gains another 2.
So I'm putting High Market into play. You can tap and sacrifice a creature and I gain 1 life.
We need more sack outlets on lands.
Sick. I am going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for my commander, Chainer, Dementia Master. Most importantly, the text, it's a 3/3. It comes in with all nightmares get +1/+1. Okay, very important. I can tap 3 swamps, pay 3 life, and I put target creature card from a graveyard onto play under my control. That creature is black and is a nightmare in addition to its creature types. When Chainer leaves the game, all the nightmares also get exiled.
Okay.
Great. And I will pass the turn.
Great. So I think the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to remove one of your creatures. I'm going to remove this guy from the game.
You mean you're going to target it for removal?
Yeah.
And in response, I will watch it go away.
I'm going to gain 2 life. You guys all lose 2 life. Or you take 2 damage. Sorry. Because of Hadana's Climb, Sissy's now 10-10. 10-10 Sissy was going to come to attack you, Alastair.
Attack me?
Yeah. What do you mean? You're at 56.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, no, it's Commander.
Wait, how is she a 10/10?
So she gets +1/+1 for each other legendary permanent I control. I
So
control
it's 2.
but they're for each color on the legendary permanent. So this is green and blue, red and green. Sorry, it's 9/9, and then it gets 2 +1/+1 counters. So it's +3/+3, which is 5. I've counted terribly.
Yeah, you counted very badly, it seems.
So it's 7. 7.
Yeah.
7. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Now, if I block, you'll have to sack it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's a 7/7. I'm going to take 7 damage. 7 Commander.
That's the magic number. Look out.
I know.
Oh, you know what? Wait a second. CC goes, "Oh, boys! Need a little help!"
Is this before damage?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Need a little help here.
So you are paying Wooburg.
Wooburg to flash in a friend.
This could be planeswalkers. This could be legendary creatures.
It's legendary permanent. Yeah.
If you pull Tom Hanks out of there, I promise you I will
we
concede.
all,
Yeah,
yeah, we
snap-
all,
I will snap
I mean, I
concede.
never said I'd concede. I'd be pretty impressed.
I said I would snap concede.
Yeah, you did.
I would love that, like, hey!
Imagine there just
a
is
small
somehow
person,
a
yeah, like-
fully legal Tom Hanks magic card. We're like, and I'm just impressed.
Yeah,
That's pretty good, I guess.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, not bad. Good job.
So, but which Tom Hanks? Is it the Forrest Gump Tom Hanks or the Castaway Tom Hanks?
Only those 2 options. I made fire!
Create target Wilson. If a Wilson is destroyed, scream.
Scream, Wilson! And
I'm sorry.
viewers are sad and perplexed at their strange attachment to an inanimate object.
Yeah.
I guess so you're more sad for the guy for losing his best friend. You're not sad for the ball.
I was pretty sad for the ball. What's he gonna do?
Yeah, what is the ball going to do?
I was sad for the
He's just floating in the ocean forever.
Yeah, poor Wilson.
Yeah, poor Wilson.
Aetherios Shroud Veiled.
This is the new Athreos? Man,
You're
so
gonna have to
you're
read
going to have to
about this
explain
bad
this one.
boy.
I don't know what this
Yeah.
is.
It's
At
a
the
good
end
one.
of my end step, you can put a coin counter on another target creature. Whenever a creature with a coin counter on it dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control.
Or exiled. Very
Or
cool.
exile. Okay. Oh, yeah.
So it's now that I have black, I do have. So I have white. I have 5 colors. So now it is.
Now it's a
9-9.
9/9. Yeah.
Wait, how did it go? Because you got white and black? No.
Yeah.
Yep.
White and black. So now it's a 9/9.
Great. At the end of my end step, I will put a coin on Sisay. Go.
Untapping, I will in my upkeep. I get to target one of my guys. I guess I'll get Captivating Vampire.
I'm going to pay 3 black and 3 life to target Captivating Vampire with Chainer Dementia Master.
Is it now a vampire and a nightmare, or just a nightmare?
Is a nightmare in addition to its
in
other
addition.
types.
Ooh.
So
Vampire nightmare.
Chainer used its own type of vampire gaze on it and then bid it to make it a nightmare, I guess?
No, it was already a vampire,
Yeah, but now he's...
so he didn't need to make it a vampire.
No, he made it a nightmare. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, so he bid it to make it a nightmare.
Yeah. You know the nightmare bite?
The nightmare bite.
Once you have one nightmare, you are a nightmare for the rest of your life.
You're a nightmare.
So I, as someone who has no conscious recollection of their dreams, am not a nightmare.
Yeah. I am definitely a nightmare.
Paying 3 for Chromatic Lantern, and then I will pay 4 for Falconwrath Aristocrat. Ooh. He gets a little boy with him. Falconwrath Aristocrat's Flying Haste 4/1. You sack a creature, and this gets indestructible. And if it was a human that you sacrificed, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Not too many humans in the deck. In fact, I'd say there's probably 0. But with that being said, I will attack Alastair for 4.
Great. I'll take 4 damage.
Yep, pass the turn.
The tough part about Elsha is that you want extra mana to do stuff with, but I don't think you're going to get extra vampires, so I don't think I'm worried about you stealing my commander.
He's got 2 right now.
It was more of a preventative than it was a...
I don't predict you being able to get 3 more very easily.
Certainly don't have a lot of vampires.
I will cast my Elsha of the Infinite. That's 5 mana. I've got these birds to protect, so in case a bunch of creatures get sacked, I should be able to hang on to them. I'm allowed to look at the top card of my library anytime, and I may cast the top card if it's a non-creature, non-land card, and I may cast it as though it had flash. Ooh. And Elsha has prowess, so there are 3/3 now, but gets bigger as I cast non-creature spells. So I'm just going to look at this because I'm allowed. Cool. Cool. Yeah. I'm going to pass the turn.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm going to tap 6 to play a General's Kabuto. Equipped creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. Prevent all combat damage that we be dealt to equipped creature. Equip 2. I'm going to equip it actually on my Butcher of Malakir to prevent that flying.
So what I'm going to have to do in response to that, I'm going to have to respond to that. Yeah. And I have no idea what this card does. But it looks like there's a guy holding a sword, and there's a bunch of plowshares behind him. So my gut tells me you're going to exile that, and you're going to gain life equal to its power.
Great. This guy is exiled? Mm-hmm. And do I gain life or something?
Yes, you gain life equal to its power.
So it was 5, so I gained 5 life. I think I'm just going to pay 2 and attempt to put General Kabuto on Chainer Dementia Master.
Dementia. You're really doing it today. Really?
You could have let me call myself out on it.
Yeah, I know.
Why'd you do the work?
Dementia
Master. Great. And then I'll pass turn.
Great. Is there a land in anyone's graveyard?
I still have an Evolving Wilds.
I'll take it. Thank you so much. Let me cast a Gear Sage.
Dire Sage, but yes.
To each their own. I'm going to go to...
I don't know what...
Dire Sage is
I don't know what about YRE to use as ear.
I didn't go to engineering school for 4 years to be called Sage.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Because he's transformed, he's considerably less now. So he's red, green. So he's 4.
Considerably less.
So I'm going to come at you. I will double its power.
Give it flying.
Flying. And so now it is 18.
Okay. So this would kill me, but luckily I was aware of that, which is why I put General's Kabuto on to prevent combat damage. But now that it's flying, instead, I'll play Victim of Night if someone, and destroy it if someone would lend me
2 black mana.
I'm tapped out.
I'm also tapped out.
That's
I'm
weird.
also
Well,
tapped out.
Could we, what if we changed the rules of the game?
I vote for yes.
Yes,
It
okay.
only needs a single vote to not happen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say yes.
Yes?
Yeah, okay, I'll say yes.
Yeah?
No. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Really felt like it.
Wow, only 1 vote away though. Pretty good.
that was
Pretty
good, though.
You almost changed the fundamental rules of magic
Yeah.
for this game.
Wow, well, I tried. I'm dead. Well done. Well
So,
done.
An 18 off of your previous commander damage. You are now dead by commander
dead.
damage.
And-
Well, now we're free from that 2 life every card that goes in. That's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
thank God we don't have to deal with that anymore.
Save the day there.
Real
You're allowed to
close.
look at that at any time.
Anytime, which is what I'm
Anytime.
doing. I'm
Anytime.
exercising my right to look at this at any time.
Is that it for
That's
you, Rob?
it.
Okay, wow, explosive turn. That's
Yeah,
I call
that
that
was great.
a bit of an SLT as well.
Stepping on necks there.
Yeah.
I told Sissy not to. She didn't listen.
She's an influencer.
She likes to party.
Beginning of my turn, upkeep, Palace Siege. I gotta take Falkenrath Marauders.
Now that I'm out of this game, is it okay if I just add some comments and stuff like that to what's going on?
Sure.
Yeah.
That was a strategic mistake getting me out. Because I was good. I was a good person. Chainer was a good person. He didn't even attack anyone.
This is good.
That's really good.
This is good.
Anyway, I'm heartily of the mind that like EDH should always just be a fun time. But if I lose, like I get really snippy and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that.
man.
You know what I mean?
You get me.
Also, you're.
Didn't you talk about ways to steal Sissy in front of me? Weren't you like figuring out plot by point how you're gonna get her?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna play. You know what? I like that guy. I'll get one.
Anointed
Oh.
Huge in Edgar Markov.
Very
That's
cool.
great.
And then I'm going to play. Ooh, this is a double. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I forgot that this was the Carnarium. So that's 5 mana right there for a Falkenrath Marauders. And that gives me 2 little boys.
Yeah.
Anointed
Two little
Presage.
boys. Yeah.
Sage.
Nice.
That will be my turn. Pass.
Renegade map. Comes into play tapped. And I get to tap and sack it to search for a basic, put it in my hand, then shuffle your library. Ooh, big boards, big boards, big boards. Are any of your god's creatures? You just have Gyre Sage?
Just Scar Sage.
I'm an engineer.
So Elsha is now a 4/4 because of a prowess trigger.
Sure.
So I'll come at you for 4.
Great. I take 4 damage.
I can play the top of my deck at instant speed. So I'm going to pass the turn.
So I'm going to go to my combat. Oh, before pre-combat, does anyone have a land or no? I'm gonna get rid of this Stormkirk Captain.
Sure, makes sense.
So you guys take 2 damage. And I'm gonna gain 2 life. So I'm going to use the Wing Temple of Orazka to double Sissy.
Give him flying.
Give him flying. Give her flying.
Her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm so sorry that I will have to come and attack you, Andy.
Okay, I'll block with the Falkenrath Aristocrat. And I will sacrifice this vampire to give it indestructible.
Awesome.
Doesn't a human give it indestructible?
No.
Humans
Human gives it
give
plus
it-
1/+1.
Right.
Sacrificing creature gives it indestructible.
Oh, fellas! Just need a little help here.
Can you only do that on your turn?
No, I can do it anytime I want
Okay.
because I'm trying to get into the club.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
It's Heliod the Sun Crowned.
Oh, did you tell everyone the story that we did a combo sealed draft with the new Thero set, which was amazing. And there were 5 mythics in the box we opened. Rob opened 4 of them. Yeah,
And that's what this deck is.
And that's what you're seeing.
It's just all of the
Literally,
mythics.
you're saying, I mean, you got this at a pre-release.
but the box topper. Yeah.
no combos, just all of CC's.
It's the
famous
best,
friends.
man. Are you kidding? The gods are so much fun. It's great.
Okay, so then I'm going to go give Sissy here lifelink. So I'm going to gain 18 life. I will put a +1/+1 counter on Sissy. Oh, and at the end of turn, I'm going to put a coin counter on Falkenrath Marauders.
Sure. Okay, as the only person casting real creatures, I'm really feeling the burn of this coin deck. So let's see if we can do anything about it.
The coin deck.
All right. Yeah, I got nothing to target with Palace Siege. You took it. Took it all. All right, I'm just going to cast Blood Flow Connoisseur. Ooh. Get 2 Vampy Dampy Ding Dongs.
Yeah, that's what they like being called too.
Come here, my Vampy Dampy Ding Dongs.
Of course.
Then I will swing at Rob with these guys. So that's a 2/2 Falconwrath Marauder.
3/3, right? Oh no, no, you
No,
don't have the other one.
I don't have anything that pumps guys right now. And 2 little 1/1s.
So 4 damage.
4 damage in total.
Great.
And then if that happens, great, because then they'll get +2 +1/+1 counters.
Nice.
And then I will pass the turn.
On your end step, I'm going to cast from the top of the deck Conqueror's Pledge because I can at instant speed. Put 6 1/1 white core soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. Anointed Procession means I'm putting 12 down.
Nice.
Oh, that's huge. That's so much fun.
Whispers.
Although they are core soldiers, this will be represented by a human soldier. Going to my draw. Looking at the top. Because I can. You know what? I don't like what's on top, so I'm going to crack this Renegade map.
Smart.
Search for a basic.
Excellent. You're playing. What
Poor
are you playing?
man's top.
What are you playing there? I was gonna say, what are you cracking up fetch land to put away that brainstorm you
Yep.
just did? What is
Yep,
this?
yep,
Vintage
yep.
cube over here? What's going on?
Yep.
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Don't like what you put back on top.
You know it. I'm going to find that island. I'm going to play that island.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see what's back on top. Let's see what's on top.
You gonna show us too?
Yeah.
Or?
Eventually.
Oh, okay, great.
You'll eventually see what this card is.
Great.
Do you guys think it's been long enough like that I should whine again about Rob kicking me out of the game? You know what I mean?
I don't think
I should leave it for longer?
I didn't really think you did much whining. I thought you were actually. In the
Oh,
play
okay.
there.
Well, like, don't you think it's unfair?
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah. That's
This bit you were doing.
so disappointed. She's like, what a bad bit this is. And you know what? I respect that. It's not a great bit.
Oh, this bit where you're crying? Okay.
Yeah, oh, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
This thing.
I've shuffled. Cool.
Cool. It's tough to get rid of those gods, man. They're just kind of there, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, how do we overcome that value? It's just very difficult. It's got to be a massive attack.
Yeah.
So if we're doing massive attacks, can I get a little amnesty for a little bit?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that the word?
Oh, there's an
Amnesty?
Amnesty.
amnesty.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's no reason.
Okay.
Why would I ever attack you?
Okay. I mean, so no attacking Sean for a little bit.
Yeah, we have a truce going on until formally declare that we do not, which means there's no attacking out of nowhere.
Resurgence. Creatures you control gain first strike and vigilance until end of turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase, followed by an additional main phase.
Oh. I thought it was two
Two comments. I was like, what?
followed by a whole other turn.
Yeah, there's an additional. additional combat is what we're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, I thought there was.
And
three
I have
total
vigilance
comments.
and first strike.
Okay.
After this main phase, additional combo, an additional main phase, 2 main phases.
So that was from your hand, right?
That was from my hand.
Right.
Was unable to play it from the top because it was in my hand. So that's a prowess trigger.
Yeah.
And Rob, the team coming at you for 2 full combats.
Great. What is it?
So I've got 12 soldiers and 8 birds. So that is 20 plus my 4 commanders. It's 24 times 2.
Wow. 48. That's it. Wait, no, it's 20 plus 4.
4 for 2 combats.
For 2
Yeah,
combats.
48.
48 damage. That's the game. Unless you can. Or no, that's Rob out of the game.
Capped
unless.
out.
Hey guys.
Oh no.
Hey guys. Anyone?
I had
Yeah, but
nobody felt sorry.
Yeah, but you had that thing that I hated. No. I like these
I
guys.
had the thing
They
that
are
I
really cool.
hated.
They're really cool.
How are all the gods?
I love celebrities, man. I'm way into celebrity culture.
I'm the same.
I had to do it before Tom Hanks came out because that was an auto
Yeah,
lose
you'd
for
have to
me.
snap concede. Yeah. Just the cute.
Oh man. I
can't see if I have to turn because I'm not in the game anymore.
But I can pass the turn.
wow. I would have bet dollars to donuts that you were going to win that one. I didn't see a 48 attack coming out of nowhere. Wow.
That's massive.
That is massive.
Yep.
Response Resurgence. Big fan.
Yeah, huge.
Very good. Very good.
Wow.
That was really cool.
Okay. Well, I mean, that means our truce is
over.
obviously, right? Like,
I don't know. I didn't do the math in advance, otherwise I wouldn't have made a big deal about it if I knew I had a kill. But then maybe I would have thought about it differently. I don't know.
you could have been like, you want to attack me next turn, right?
Yeah.
But that was not what we said. Kindred Dominance. Choose a creature type, destroy all creatures that aren't of the chosen.
Yeah, that's a great.
What type are you picking? Birds? or
Definitely
core?
picking vampires.
Destroy all the non... Yeah, no, don't have a
No
counterspell.
counterspell. Wow, okay, I was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So all of my creatures are vampires, so they're all going to survive.
I'm gonna survive. Am I just dead?
I'm
at 14.
Know. Well, let's go to attacks. That's 4, 4,
8,
4,
12,
1.
13. He's alive with 1 life.
1 life. Yeah.
Wow, I'm alive with 1 life left.
Oh, that's exciting. That's great. That's great.
Whoa.
And then this guy gets 2 more. Pass the turn.
So I need a miracle to get out of this. You have some flying. So a bunch of ground creatures won't help. I knew what this was because I've been looking at it, and it's not helping. I wasn't allowed to look at that. I'm sorry.
all right.
Sean, classic cheating.
Classic cheating.
Yeah.
1 flyer, 2 flyers. Even if I could put down a bunch of ground creatures, which is possible with Anointed Procession, I don't stop those flyers.
You need a board wipe.
Yep.
Board wipe, eh? A board wipe, eh?
You just like got a handful of board wipes. Like, I don't know what to play here. It seems, it's like Clonic Rift. What does this do?
My life's too low. I don't think there's anything I can do. I'll try my best,
Yeah.
but I think it's a done deal here. I can pay 5 to Baral's Expertise and return these creatures to your hand,
Yep.
and I get to put 4 mana or less casting costs into play. That'll be the Mad Ratter. And the Mad Ratter is a 3 and a red. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens. If I could draw a card and make 2 rats, I would
You'd be
still
fine.
be one. No, I'd still be 1 short. There's 4 vampires here.
Yeah, but you can block with this.
3 blockers against 4 creatures.
No, but you would put double because of Annoyed
Oh,
Procession.
because I'll be double.
Yeah.
That is a big if. That if I could draw a second card on the turn,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
that-
cannot draw another card on the turn. I have to pass the turn.
The weird thing is, like, at this point in the game, none of the viewers are watching anymore because I got kicked out.
Right.
That's weird. That is weird.
Do you think this is the game where
Weird
everyone...
that people stop playing just for that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen. Okay. I'm going to play Falcon Wrath Aristocrat.
Oh, I'm gonna make everyone bigger.
No,
because I've returned him to your hand.
She has haste though.
Oh yeah.
So if for
Wouldn't have
some
mattered.
reason there was some sort of thing, but also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cast Falcon Wrath Marauders, who also have haste.
Yes.
Couldn't stop it.
So there's the
That's game.
the swing.
Well done.
Wow!
Well done.
Wow, a wild one.
And he came out strong, then looked very weak.
Very weak.
And then ended very strong again.
Kindred Dominance.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you had
Huge one.
the counter there.
No.
Much like Nietzsche, Sean tried to kill the gods. Didn't work out great for Nietzsche or Sean.
Also, Lord Azrael from his Dark Materials trilogy.
Okay.
Also, undoubtedly, Kevin Sorbo from some episode of Hercules.
Sure, he
Yeah,
did.
Undoubtedly.
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, David. Of David and Goliath. Is Goliath a god?
No,
It's literally
big
something
guy.
from Magic you could have
Okay,
said.
well, just edit that out. Chandra.
Elspeth is
Damn it,
in.
Elspeth.
Great games, gang.
Great job.
Let's go to Sean and Andy in the booth.
Okay, an absolutely wild game right there. Let's just start up with the Slippery Bogarty wrap-up. Everyone had a piece in this match, it seemed like. People were up, people were down, there was attacking, there was all kinds of madness in this game. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you coming out to a very early lead with that Edgar Markov steal and things. It was very scary. Luckily, I put 1 board wipe in every deck, and luckily I had it when we needed it because I think you would have gotten out of control. But it didn't take long for you to build back up.
No, it didn't. You know, I there was a couple of turns there where I just played like Palace Siege and then did nothing, and then one thing and then did nothing. But Alastair was had this thing with the Ascension, right? Where
Blood Chief Ascension.
Blood Chief Ascension. I was very afraid of that because we were just getting hit. Our life totals were just dwindling.
Already under half, and that enchantment was still doing work when Rob, fortunately for us, took him out with a gigantic flipped Hadana's Climb, 21 commander damage, more than 21, knocking Alastair out. So then it was just the three of us, and this takes us to the commander and play of the game. I love a response resurgence in a deck like this, giving yourself a second combat when it crucially gives your team vigilance and first strike. So Rob had no defense, so I didn't do the math when I swung out. It was enough to kill him, but I also didn't do the math on whether or not you could kill me. I thought I could be fine, but not after that board wipe for non-vampires.
Well, how do you see that
You don't.
non-vampire board wipe
You don't.
coming, really? It's a pretty unique card. So you'd think having like 20-something creatures with vigilance, you're going to be fine for the next turn.
I thought I was fine. My plan was to Baral's expertise a bunch of your team and do the same to you next turn, but you got the jump on me.
I thought you had the counterspell. I was like, well, I can't just hold this in case he has a counterspell. I've got to try it. So
You're lucky you did because it worked.
you got to make the move. Another huge win for me. We don't keep track of who has won what games for this show, although maybe we should. But I'm happy to get another one here because I didn't think this one was going to happen.
It was, a lot of us did the work for you leading up to it.
That's
but
true.
yes, the W is yours, Andy. Until next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure you hit subscribe and ding that bell to find out when more videos come out. We've got comedy videos, the CB vlog, deck techs, all kinds of fun stuff. And if you really love what we do, check us out on patreon.com/commandersbrew to find out how to donate to help us produce more content. Bye!